questions from the audience. Yes. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. My name is Salma. I am an organizer with the Harvard Prison Divestment Campaign, a campaign that has been repeatedly left out of this conversation. We have also engaged with you civilly throughout the past, and I'm speaking to you, President Bacow. We've engaged with you civilly over the past couple of months on repeated occasions, have submitted a petition to you that garnered 3,400 signatures, have gone to your office hours and spoken with you several times about the issue of prison divestment. And repeatedly, our reasons have been framed as incivility and hostility. So I just want to call out what's happening in this room today. The elephant in the room is that the Harvard Prison Divestment Campaign is not here, right? And we were also, this is going to be a question.
Okay.
Yeah. We were also at the event on Thursday where we asked you and demanded that you spoke to us after not having listened to us for several months. There was skepticism about our involvement in this event that was potentially the reason why you wouldn't come. And there was skepticism about Professor West being on this panel. So I'm just going to call out what racism looks like in this room today. Our reasons have not been framed as demands. Any way that we have engaged with you civilly around this issue that speaks truly to the urgency of the prison industrial complex will always be viewed in the eyes of white fragility as demands and as uncivility and hostility. So I just want to call that out.
Is there a question?
Yes, there is a question. On the issue of prison divestment, you cannot negotiate with industries in the prison industrial complex. Their job is caging people, specifically black and brown people. Just as Professor Cornell West said, the KKK's job was racial terrorism, right? So when we're thinking about these issues, the urgency needs to be addressed here, right? And there is no negotiation engagement with corporations like Geo Group, like corporations like CoreCivic. And so I'm wondering, and I would like a clear and direct answer on this one. Why do you believe that education should be funded by incarceration, which is slavery, which is the destruction of individuals and communities? Why have you refused to comment on our campaign specifically, and why do you think that the university should be invested in the prison industrial complex?
So I have met, as you've observed, with your group multiple times in office hours. We had a civil conversation until it was ended when those representatives said, we demand that you do the following. And I said, I thought we were having a conversation about the topic. This, by the way, is something that, unlike the fossil fuel divestment issue, which has been on the agenda for the corporation, for the university for some time, to my knowledge, has not been before us previously. I served on the Corporation Committee on Shareholder Responsibility when I was a member of the corporation before I became president. And on multiple occasions, we've had conversations with students and with faculty members around issues of fossil fuels. I would be happy to broker meetings with students and faculty who care about these issues with the Corporation Committee on Shareholder Responsibility. That's where we consider these things. At the meeting last Thursday, I stood up and I said, I would be happy to talk to you. That's on the YouTube video, you can see it. I said, we are willing to have you stand here and protest. Okay, just allow the event to go on. That's all I asked at the time. I don't think that was calling anybody out in any way. I said, we can have a conversation about this. But there were people for that event who had traveled long distances to come hear a conversation about the role of universities in promoting economic opportunity. And that conversation didn't take place because people wouldn't allow it to go forward. I published my article in the Crimson because I wanted to have this conversation. I said, look, we can talk about these issues.
And yet you still haven't reached out to our campaign.
So we're gonna,
Well, I think I just did. I think I just said, we have processes for engaging with these sorts of things, and we're happy, I'm happy to ensure that the Corporation Committee on Shareholder Responsibility talks. I've met with students who've come to see me at office hours. At that meeting, I offered to meet with you then. I'm proud of what we've done as an institution to try, through our scholarship, to try and address issues of mass incarceration.
Elizabeth Hinton and
Elizabeth was one of the first faculty members I met with when I became president. I'm proud of the work of my classmate, Patty Saris, my law school classmate, who was actually in my study group, who chaired the Federal Sentencing Commission that recommended the new sentencing guidelines that have now been incorporated into law that have reduced mass incarceration. I'm proud of the fact that we've honored Brian Stevenson with an honorary degree, that he's going to be speaking on our campus again in a few weeks. I think as an institution, we have much to contribute to this issue, and we should. It's what we're about as an institution.
So,
I have no problem.
sorry to cut off the response, but we've got about 10 minutes, so we're going to try to get to as many questions as
What about the
possible.
question that she asked?
Yeah.
That hasn't been answered yet.
I can repeat it if you want.
We're going to try to get to more questions. I'm sorry if that's the feeling in the room, but we want to hear as many voices as possible.
It's the reality in the room.
Yes.
Let's preface what I'm going to say to raise the actual question with a statement about the fact that the Corporation Committee on Social Responsibility and the Advisory Committee on Social Responsibility, which up until now have combined themselves to take into consideration engagement via shareholder resolutions, no matter how it should vote on those or not. They really have not taken the larger question of investment responsibility as a topic for either their own consideration or as something that they could bring to the larger Harvard community.
Is there a question, if you don't mind just getting to it as quickly as you can?
So I wanted to ask, could there be an evolution of those committees? For one thing, I think that's especially a worthwhile goal at this point, given that Harvard is much less so directly owning any stocks. There's a much smaller roster of stocks to be taken into consideration. And should they do so, would it not be possible, in fact, to address these various other concerns and demands that you are worried would come to the fore immediately post-divestment? I think it's certainly...
All right, we'll leave it at that question if that's all right, and allow the panelists to respond.
Would you like to
Were you directing the question at a specific member of the panel?
I think, obviously, with President Bacow having been on that committee and being the most knowledgeable about it, it would be...
So, look, it's a good question. We have shifted the way in which the endowment is invested away from, managing funds internally, using external managers. It does raise questions about what is the role of these committees. It's under active discussion right now within the Corporation Committee on Shareholder Responsibility and the Advisory Committee on Shareholder Responsibility. We're talking about exactly how their mandates ought to be reframed. So your issue is being addressed currently.
So were that to happen, just to...
We're going to move on to the next question if that's okay.
Yes.
So, President Bacow, first off, you claimed that firms, okay, actually, I'm going to say some things that I know are true and then I have a question for you. One, firms will never look out for public interest. That's just never going to happen. That will never, ever, ever happen. They will always look out for their own interest, and right now their own interest sits with profiting off of the destruction of our planet and the other human beings. Not to mention a myriad of other things.